My goal with this video is to share with you 3 mistakes I made as a project manager and what you can do to avoid them. So let's get right into it and stay tuned if you want to know what tunneling has to do with it. Mistake number 1, promise the world. One of the core tasks as a project manager is managing different stakeholder expectations. And one mistake you should avoid here is making overly ambitious promises, for example, guaranteeing a rapid product delivery. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be really valuable to show that you're going the extra mile, but as a project manager, you're making promises on behalf of your team without including them, which can really lead to difficulties later on in the project. Instead, aim to set expectations at a realistic level. You can do that, for example, by including the people who are actually doing the work on your team in estimating the time and effort it will take to deliver the end of the project result. In addition, you can include buffers of around 15% in your time estimation for projects and be really transparent about those buffers with your stakeholders. But don't call them buffers, instead, frame them as options to mitigate risks. Now, if you've realized you've overpromised, it's just best to be as transparent as early as possible towards your stakeholders. Own it. Explain it as an honest misjudgment or an honest mistake, and from there, set more realistic expectations together with your stakeholders and your team. Mistake number 2, impress through dominance. Now, what I mean by that is once you get a project briefing from a stakeholder or a client, don't just go and try and blurt out all of the fanciest business ideas, business phrases, or frameworks that come to your mind, trying to impress the stakeholder with how much you know. Remember, the stakeholder or the project sponsor does not want you to be smarter than them. That would just lower their self-esteem. Instead, you want to make them feel like they're the smartest person in the room, and you're just there to listen to their needs and support them along the way. Here, you can use collaborative framing. So instead of saying, here's what I would do, try and phrase it as, this is my suggestion of how to approach this project. What is your perspective as an expert? This will signal confidence and not dominance, and will invite the stakeholder along as a thinking partner, because people are more likely to accept a solution or conclusion that they actually helped shape. Mistake 3, go into tunneling mode. Often, when we are stressed, we are pushed into a state of tunneling, which is when we're so focused on one urgent task or immediate problem that we kind of forget the broader goal of what we're actually doing. It is a human cognitive response to scarcity. Scarcity in that case of your energy, scarcity of your mental bandwidth, with all the hundreds of tasks that a project manager has going on in parallel. And the problem with that is that you lose sight of the broader project goal while you're putting out all these little fires everywhere. To counteract that, willpower and awareness alone will not be enough. One method that I use is to set a reminder at the end of each workday for 5 to 10 minutes, asking myself the question, did this task that I've been working on all day actually work towards the project goal? Think of this reminder as a forced way to lift your head out of the tunnel. Now, if that was helpful to you, you can leave a like or subscribe to my page, where I'm going to be posting more project management and career tips over the next coming days. And you can also leave a comment and let me know what lessons you've learned as a project manager.